By the way, how many people have heard me speak before? How many haven't? How many don't care? I knew you were a no-care bunch, so that's okay. But we're going to talk about a couple of things today that's just very important that I feel that everybody can share with. Anyway, my mission in life is to protect people from the two most financial burdens that's ever going to happen to people. One is unexpected loss of life, and also the unexpected loss of payroll that you're not being able to pay to a disability or an illness. I've been asked why I do this thing, why I have so much passion about having the proper amount of these coverages. Well, my dad died at age 49 when I was 9 years old, and my mom was a widow at 39 years old. I had two brothers, older brothers, ages 12 and 14. Now, all the burden of raising the three boys was totally on my mom. There were discussions about us boys being split up and going to live with our aunts and uncles, which lived in a town 45 miles away. Mom said, absolutely not. I can and I will raise my boys myself. And she did without any outside help. She never remarried until we were all out of high school. The only life insurance my dad had was a $1,000 Woodman of the World policy. To bury my dad cost much more than the life insurance paid, and my mom had to borrow money from our brother to pay the extra expenses. She had a profession as a registered nurse and worked in a local hospital with as an operating room supervisor. She started to work double shifts from 7 to 3 and 3 to 11 twice a week to get extra pay. She also took on call pay from 11 to 7 to take care of emergencies that come in after midnight. Sometimes an appendectomy would come in and she'd go in for about 3 hours. They'd do the operation, she'd go back home, get a couple hours of sleep, and then go back in and be on duty at 7 o'clock in the morning. One of our first family meetings was to put us boys into productivity. We all got early morning paper routes where we could deliver papers on bicycles before we went to school. We went to the Western Auto Store in town and bought our bicycles on credit. We made about $40 a week on the paper route, and $10 a week was to pay our bicycle credit. Our day started at 4:30 a.m. where we would meet our district manager who had papers we had to fold to put in our baskets where we could go out and deliver them. We had about 100 homes that we delivered to door by door. Most people wanted their paper thrown right on their porch, which took a lot more time for us to do this. It took us about 90 minutes to complete our routes. There was no apartment houses or something like that where you go and deliver 50 papers at a time. Everybody was a single family home. We would go to home, eat breakfast, take a shower, and go to work. Many days it was hard staying awake during the classes, so it was tough. The paper was delivered 7 days a week, rain, snow, sleet, or shine. We carried the papers for about 4 years, and as we got older, we picked up other jobs to help out. I started working weekends at the age of 14 at a service station on the weekends from Saturday from 7 in the morning to 7 at night, and Sunday from 10 in the morning to 10 at night. I got paid for 10 hours Saturday and 10 hours on Sunday. My rate of pay was 50 cents an hour. My weekly pay was $10 a week, but my check was $9.70 because I had to pay 30 cents for Social Security. Anyway, so I seldom had any weekends off or any days off to hang out with my friends. What if my dad had $100,000 or $200,000 worth of life insurance when he died? Our whole lives would have been completely changed. No more struggling just to get by, able to pay our bills on time, rent a bigger home, money for college, and a few dollars left over for family outings. My mom would not have to work so hard those hours to make ends meet. She could have spent more quality time with us during our growing years. My mom graduated from high school and a registered nursing school, but she never went to college. But she did graduate magna cum laude from the University of Life. My mom passed away about 5 years ago at the age of 97, and my older brother died 3 days later. She was and always will be my hero. My passion is to help families obtain the proper coverage of life and paycheck insurance to ensure that they are taken care of when the unexpected life events happen. I don't want anyone to have to go through the difficulties that my family did because my dad not having life insurance to maintain our lifestyle before he died. That's part one. Part two, how are we on time, okay? When I was 49 years old, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer that was found during a routine physical examination. Normal PSA readings for men is 0 to 4. I had a 5.6 reading. The odds for this reading were 78% of men did not have prostate cancer. I felt positive I'd be in that 78 percentile. It could never happen to me. We always say that. It's never going to happen to me. But I was in good shape, working out 5 days a week in the gym and had excellent health. After receiving the biopsy result, the urologist called me to his office. He met me in the waiting room, walked me back to the exam room. He opened the door and said, "I have another patient to see. I'll be back in a little while. And oh, by the way, you have cancer." And he closed the door. Everyone who's ever been told you have cancer becomes completely devastated. I felt like I was punched so hard in the stomach I was about to throw up. I was left all alone in that room. My first thought was, what would happen to me if I should die? But then I remembered that I had purchased a significant amount of life insurance that would provide for them just in case. But what if I didn't die? Not able to work for a long period of time or never be able to go back to work at all. I had purchased a long-term disability policy or paycheck insurance 7 years earlier, just in case. My policy would pay me $3,500 a month or $672,000 of tax-free money to age 65 if needed. Knowing that I had life insurance policy and a paycheck insurance policy that would take care of my family no matter what happened to me, put me at ease knowing that we could pay our mortgage, our bills, and not have to file bankruptcy. Your most important assets are not your home, your cars, your boats, your retirement accounts, or your smartphones. Ask Dr. Sani, health is your number one. Number two is your ability to earn an income consistently. The odds of your home burning down are 1 in 1,200 nationwide, but you purchase fire insurance just in case. The odds of you being in a major automobile accident are 1 in 240, but you purchase car insurance just in case. The odds of you breaking or losing your smartphone is 1 in 33, but most people purchase that insurance anyway, just in case. The odds of becoming disabled and not able to work due to an illness or an accident is 1 in 3 Americans between the ages of 35 and 65 will be disabled for 90 days or longer. And I've got stats over here to show you what I'm quoting too. You can pick up outside. Approximately 90% of disabilities are caused by illnesses rather than accidents. Cancer, heart disease, diabetes, neurological disease like Parkinson's, ALS, MS, and MD cause us problems. A 35-year-old person making $50,000 a year with 3% annual increases has potential earning power of $2,378,771 to age 65. So doesn't it make sense for you to consider purchasing paycheck insurance to protect your home just in case? The cost is pennies on the dollar for what's covered. Now my question to you is this: how many months could you pay your bills if you became disabled and not been able to work? Most people, when I ask them, they tell me about a month or two. Then I ask them, well, how would you pay your bills after 2 months? Then I ask, name 3 people that will help you pay your bills if you need it, in your family or friends, or your banker. Some people say we go to the bank and borrow the money. Well, the bank's not going to borrow your money because you're not working. So you're kind of in a pickle. And if you found somebody volunteered to help you out, how much longer would that last? The length for the average disability is 31.2 months. So how would you do that? So you got to think about that too, right? Now, when you can't pay your bills, the collectors start calling and calling and calling, and they're sorry to hear that you're not able to work, but they still want their money. In the business, this is called the living death, because without an income, you could lose your home, your cars, your retirement account, and sometimes families break up over this. So having scary, isn't it? There is a solution to this madness. There's one person in this room that has a plan that will provide you a paycheck every month to age 65 if needed due to a disability. That person is me. Having paycheck insurance and life insurance will give your family peace of mind, and you'll be able to sleep better knowing that your family is protected. So these two types of policies are called love insurances. Your family will love you for protecting their lifestyle. So let's get together over a cup of coffee and tea, and I can show you how you can get the two most important assets protecting, your life and your paycheck, and a free review of the current plans that you have. So you and your family can have good lives for the rest of your life. As a reminder, men over 40 need to get a regular prostate exam every year. So your doctor can monitor the PSA readings to see if it's going up or staying level. Had my prostate cancer never been found when it was, I might not have been here today, because it can get some of the people. In younger men, it's lethal. In older men, it's a slow-growing cancer, usually not terminal. 80% of men in the room here now will get prostate cancer sometime in your life. So hopefully it's later on in your life where it's not going to really affect you. Dennis Hopper, Frank Zappa, Telly Savalas, Bill Bixby, Merle Griffith, Dan Fogelberg are some of the men that have died from prostate cancer. It's curable if you catch it early. So men, please make an appointment with your doctor and get yourself checked right away. And by the way, ladies, you can help these men, because a lot of them are really squeamish about this thing, but you got to get them in there, guys. You might be saving their lives, but make them go in there and get checked out. Just do it every year. So here's the way I want to end this thing. Life's journey is not to arrive safely at a grave well preserved, but rather to skid in sideways, totally worn out, shouting, "Wow, what a ride." Thank you very much.